What's going on, people? Welcome to Ears to the Street. I am your host, HG. You are where fact and entertainment meet. We got some Saturday night bullshit going on. Give me 1 second. Let me get situated. So, how y'all feeling out there? We got a little entertainment for you, and then we got some serious things we need to talk about tonight. Let me make sure I just get everything right. Get my fucking camera right. Give myself a little headroom. Chicago, damn, I can't even remember the school I went to. Chicago, damn, what the fuck? Shit, you can tell I was getting high going to school. Was the Institute of Art? That's crazy. I can't even remember. Man, I'm getting old, man. I will be turning 40 years old in another month. Man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm glad, especially coming from where I come from. Man, making it to 40 is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So, we got some things to talk about tonight. I know I'm got a slow start going today. I wasn't going to even come on. But I did post that I would be on at 9. And you can see I'm 15 minutes late past that. But nevertheless, I'm going to bring y'all this information. So, you can see our main topic tonight is black law enforcement worse in black communities than white law enforcement. This is in regards to the 5 Memphis police officers who were fired for excessive force against a black male who subsequently ended up dying from the excessive force. I think we'll be reading the article. A lot of times I read these articles. I just breeze through them because I really want to get a fresh perspective on it as I read it on here with you guys. So we'll be going through that. Also, what's up with your boy Nelly on stage with some weird eye movement, weird hand movement, a lot of some would say under the influence movement. Is, as you can see in the title, is Nelly on ecstasy? Is he rolling? As they say, from where I'm from, south side of Chicago, they rolling. They take them ecstasy pills, boy, they be rolling all night. Me, myself, never got into any of that stuff. If it wasn't some marijuana or some alcohol, and I had or a cigarette or a Black and Mild or something, those were the extent of my substance abuses. Some guys, they're into what they're into. It is what it is. I'm not mad at them. Just be careful. You don't want to end up on stage like Nelly with the eyes rolling in the back of the head. What else we talking about tonight? Georgia couple. Homosexual Georgia couple accused of raping their foster child. Now, that's serious stuff right there. Is the foster system vetting these people? Is the foster system, is it outdated? Does it need to be revamped? Because we've all heard about certain things that go on in foster homes. And also, you have some situations where, in this particular case, foster parents are doing things that they shouldn't be doing with these children. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. So yeah, matter of fact, let's do this. Let's start it off light. We're gonna get into this Nelly video because this had me dying. Like, don't be afraid to hit that like button, subscribe, share the content, and please don't hesitate to donate to my efforts. Ears to the Street Media, consistent for the last 2-3 years, bringing you information, facts, and entertainment. I went to go get my hair retwisted, and then that ended up just being a total disaster. First time going there, been hard to find somebody to twist my hair the way I like it. The young lady who did my hair in Georgia was amazing. Always took her time, parted it right, used the proper ingredients, the proper supplies for my hair. Always was a satisfied customer, with tip her crazy, extra $20 tip, great job. But since I moved back to Alabama, it's been hard trying to find someone to do my hair. This is my second attempt, and this one was probably worse than the last attempt. So I let her slide though, cause she was attractive and shit. So I just wasted money for a bad hairdo. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there while she's doing it, and before she started, like, look, I want you to roll the entire lock. Get the roots, because I had a lot of new growth. So she did good on the scalp part, except I didn't find it out till I got home that she was connecting dreads. Like, she's connecting 2 dreads at the root, twisting them up to make 1 dread, and that's gonna make my dreads fatter than I want them to be. So I'm thinking about going there tomorrow and address that situation with her. But besides that, everything that she did with the scalp was good. It's just the rest of it, she didn't really get it as neat as I would like. You know what I'm saying? But she was very attractive, so I'm just sitting there like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. But nevertheless, all right, let's get it, y'all. Let me quit rambling and shit. All right, so we're gonna get into this Nelly video, y'all. Nelly. I don't know. Y'all tell me after this. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Share audio. I don't know if I should share the audio, guys, because I don't want a copyright. Yeah, I'm not gonna share the audio, so we're not gonna be able to hear the music that good. But the music is not what we're looking at. We're looking at this guy's facial expressions. So let's go. All right. Give me 1 second. Why am I not getting the screen I want? All right, let's roll it. I'm gonna roll with it. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh yeah, he rolling. He rolling. Nelly is rolling, boy. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't tell me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was just really into the performance. Maybe he was just so into the performance. That's just, I've never even watched the Nelly performance. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is something he always do. But let's look at that one more time. This is fucking hilarious. Wow. Wow. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's crazy. What's up with Nelly? He doing the what's that? That's the Baphomet, right? What's that? That's the glowing eye. What's that? Oh, is Nelly on ecstasy? That's what that kind of looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? That is what that kind of looked like to me. A little bit of E, a little bit of E in the mix. I'm telling you, was he thinking about a shiny when he was doing that? Maybe that's what it was. He was probably thinking about some of that shiny poom poom and got his eyes rolling back in his head. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. Alright. That was just to get us some laughs before we get into some serious stuff, y'all. Alright, so we gotta discuss this with these police officers in Memphis who have been fired for excessive force. You know, and that's what we gotta ask ourselves. And as you see, I posed the question up there. Matter of fact, let me put the well, I ain't gonna worry about it. I was just gonna add the question mark because it is a question. I was gonna put a question mark. Is black law enforcement worse in black communities than in white law enforcement? Man, personally, from my experiences, man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I would probably say it's probably the same at this point. Like you like to think if you get pulled over by a black police officer being black yourself, that there would be some type of connection there, but at this day and age, I think that the brotherhood of being in the brotherhood of being law enforcement is a lot stronger than the brotherhood of being of the same race. Unfortunately, in my opinion, that's what I would say. In every case, no. I've had white police officers be a lot more lenient toward black youth or blacks in the community when it comes to certain situations. Like back on the south side of Chicago, like certain officers that we had rapport with, like they knew that we were probably selling drugs and stuff. I've seen a police officer go on one of my guys, had a flannel on like this, go in his pocket, pull out a nice thing of weed, not like a dime bag or something. This is like a Ziploc bag full of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? At least about, I would say, maybe the size of I don't know, maybe like the size of a golf ball, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Pull it out. We knew the cop though. We had a good rapport with him, and he just boom stuffed it back in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? And let it ride. So And that was just marijuana, so you could look at it. But this is at this time, marijuana was not legal. You know, so that's a pass right there. That's a pass right there, and that's a white officer. But I've had my bad encounters with white officers and some black officers. With black officers, in my opinion, I just feel like it depends on just who you run into. It depends on who you run into. It depends on who you run into. But some people do have a complex against other black people. You see what I'm saying? Like, that happens all the time. You got your guys that be like, oh, I can't stand niggers and da 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 and all that stuff. And these be black people. You know what I'm saying? So this happens. I can even say that I've done that at times, because you just make these classifications just based off, the type of person that a person is. And you just kind of lump everybody together by saying it in that particular way. But let's get into the article though, because I want to make sure I give you guys all the details. And this is from ABC News. So we're gonna share the screen. Tyree Nichols. And I seen the photos. I don't know if they're gonna show the photos in this article, but he was pretty swollen up from what I've seen, the photos I've seen. Let me cut that off. Don't want no copyright. All right, let's go through this, y'all. The Memphis Police Department announced Friday that it fired 5 police officers following their investigation into the recent death of a Memphis man after a confrontation with the police. 5 police officers. One guy, 5 police officers. Like, that's crazy. Okay, here we go. The officers were identified as Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. All right, let's keep going. The department tweeted that it concluded its administrative investigation into the June 7th death of Tyree Nichols, 29, who was stopped by police for alleged reckless driving. Okay. During the encounter with officers, Nichols allegedly ran away when approached, causing the officers to pursue Nichols and ultimately apprehend him, police said. Nichols was hospitalized in critical condition after complaining of shortness of breath during the arrest and died 3 days later. Police... What the fuck word is that? Alleged. Is that supposed to be alleged? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Nichols' cause of death has yet to be released. Yeah, alleged. After a thorough review of the circumstances surrounding this incident, we have determined that the 5 MPD officers violated multiple department policies, including excessive use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid, the department said in a statement Friday. Now this is the thing with that, what we just read right there. After a thorough review of the circumstances surrounding this incident, we have determined that 5 MPD officers were violating multiple department policies, including excessive use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid. Now, we've seen this happen with... Let me go full screen for a second, y'all. We've seen this happen with white officers often, where they don't aid you. They be right there watching, this whole ordeal. We've seen this play out many times with white officers. But this happened on the 7th. Was the 22nd today? 21st today? So I don't know. It seems a little quick. Is it because they're black officers that the deliberation on, what they didn't do appropriately, they've came to that conclusion? I don't know. Seems a little rushed to me, but let me keep going. Let me not get ahead of myself. All right, let's get back into it. So is this a case where, because now my mind is going, they pursue him, he's driving reckless, for whatever case he gave chase. Is this a case where they catch up to him and then they just beat him to death for making them do their job? Because when you make police run, like, usually that comes with an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, you're going to make my job hard. I have to chase you. When we catch up to you, we're going to beat you. We're going to beat the out of you. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, let's keep going. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Antonio Romanacci are representing the Nichols family and released a statement Friday in response to the firing. They called for justice, transparency, and accountability. We joined Tyree's family in supporting the department's decision to terminate the 5 officers who brutalized him, ultimately causing his death. This is the first step towards achieving justice for Tyree and his family. They must also be held accountable for robbing this man of his life, his son, and his son of a father. Let me read that again. They must be held accountable for robbing this man of his life and his son of a father, the statement read. And his son of a father. Oh, and his son of a father. I'm wondering, like, why that sound weird? All right, the FBI and the Justice Department also opened a coordinated civil rights investigation into the recent death of a Memphis man after a confrontation with police. The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Kevin J. Ritz, announced on Wednesday. State authorities have publicly announced that the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is investigating. In addition, the United States Attorney Office, in coordination with the FBI Memphis Field Office and the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice, has opened a civil rights investigation, Ritz said in the statement. Ritz added, as this is an open investigation, we are not able to provide additional comments or release further information at this time. Let's keep going. Due to Nichols' hospitalization, the Shelby County District Attorney Office was contacted, and the FBI. Yeah, whoever wrote this article is like, I don't know if it's my reading, because I ain't the most, avid reader, but or maybe TBA stands for something else. I'm thinking FBI, say TBI, and TBI special agents. Now I gotta go back. Right, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So it's right, it's TBI. Okay, I'm about to say, like, what the fuck going on? All right, here we go. TBI special agents were subsequently requested to conduct the use of force investigation. According to the TBI. Body camera footage of the incident has not been released. In a statement from Shelby County District Attorney's Office, the office said they are committed to transparency. We're working with the appropriate agencies to determine how quickly we can release the video, and we'll do so as soon as we can. We'll be sure to update the public throughout this process, the statement added. The death of Nichols sparked protests throughout the weekend in Memphis, calling for the release of footage from the officer-worn body cams. Yeah, we want to see that. We want to see exactly how that happened, because this looks definitely like this looks like another Rodney King right here, just with black officers. And we all know, even though it happened a while ago with the Rodney King thing, he ended up basically like drinking himself to death and drowning in a pool, right? It's like he never got right after that, And then that was the first time anything like that had been seen, That was one of the first police beatings that was captured, Now we got all this footage, digital technology, cameras everywhere, police officers got to wear body cams, everyone has phones, but that Rodney King thing was like old video camera just someone happened to be at the right place at the right time to catch that, and he never really recovered from that. All right, moving on. Mayor Jim Strickland and Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis said the video will be released after the family of Mr. Nichols has the opportunity to review the video privately, according to a joint statement. The investigation should be completed by the end of this week, according to the joint statement. All of the available information tells us that all the information tells us that this was the tragic and preventable death of a young man deeply beloved by his family and community, Crump said. This kind of in-custody death destroys community trust if agencies are not swiftly transparent. Come on, man. Come on. Are you serious? The most effective way for the Memphis Police Department to be transparent with the grieving Nichols family and the Memphis community is to release the body camera and surveillance footage from the traffic stop. All right, let's keep going. He added, nobody should ever die from a simple traffic stop. The footage is the only way to discern the true narrative of why and how that happened to Tyree. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's the end of it, y'all. So you see, oh shit. So you see, just another simple, not simple, but just another case of police officers taking advantage of a situation, because they got the power on their side. It's unfortunate. When you run from the police, does that warrant physical abuse or excessive force? I think once you establish as a police officer, and I'm not a police officer, and I can understand the fear that comes with that position. But by being someone in that position, going through the training, having trained professionals that you can call at the drop of a hat that's going to come back you up, do you have the right, or are you too fearful with that position to where, if something happens where you have to pursue somebody, run after somebody, are you too fearful to where, you might shoot them before you're supposed to shoot them? Are you getting lost in anger because you have to do a foot pursuit? Were you angry that morning when you woke up? You know what I'm saying? How can you judge these things dealing with human beings who's supposed to be trained professionals? How do you get beat to death from a traffic stop from 5 officers? What one person, unless you like Bruce Lee or some type of professional trainer who can beat up 5 people? The average person cannot beat up 5 people. They can't. You know what I'm saying? It can happen now. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. But for the most part, if you're one individual and you're going against 5 people, you're going to come out on the losing side of that. 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, how your hands is. But for the most part, the average person is not going to win that. So, 5-on-1 foot pursuit, and this guy ends up dead. It's ridiculous. All right. So, I don't know, y'all. These police encounters don't seem to be stopping. We had these conversations. We talk about this. It's just another case, another George Floyd, another Rodney King, another Eric Gardner, another Sean Bell. We're around another. You know what I'm saying? So when does it stop? Or do we just keep relying on the judicial system to punish these guys? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not opposed to revenge. I'm not. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you are the police. If you do that to somebody that I care about, that's a part of my family, and you get off, and when I say when you get off, I mean like, okay, if you got life in jail or something, then obviously there's less I can do to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like I got pulled in there like, oh man, I'm gonna get some guys to whack you in jail. But if you get off and you walk in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I don't hope I don't think you know I would be cautious. I would be cautious because I'm not letting none of that ride. Not with nobody I care about. I'm not letting that ride. I don't care what a judge said. But that's just me though. I'm not trying to incite anybody. All right, let's move along. Man. Okay, so we have a homosexual Georgia couple, foster parents, who are accused of raping their foster child. I mean, I don't know, y'all. Some of these stories is just crazy. So now we got, come on, let's just pull it up. Let's pull up the craziness and see what the articles say. Let's pull up the craziness and see what the articles say. All right, so this is a Yahoo News, Fox News. Oh shit, why did I hit that? I should have left that alone. All right, here we go. Okay. Let me just say this. I don't know. Let me not say this. Let me not say what I was gonna say. It's crazy. Georgia couple accused of sexually abusing adopted boy's husband bragged about molesting son report. Wow. All right, let's run through this right quick, see what's going on here. A Georgia couple is being accused of sexually abusing their adopted children and using them to produce homemade child pornography, prosecutors allege, according to a new report. Zachary Zulak and William Zulak were arrested on July 27th. Wait, let me see. How old is this article? They was arrested on July 27 in Oxford, Georgia, after police raided their home and found video evidence that they were engaged in sexual abusive acts with the adopted children. So this must have happened last year. Let's keep reading. The couple is now facing a grand jury indictment under charges of felony sexual exploitation of children, aggravated child molestation, felony prostitution of a minor, aggravated sodomy, and incest, amounting to possibly 9 life sentences, according to the court documents obtained by Town Hall. Both men have pleaded not guilty. Their attorney did not immediately respond to the Fox News Digital. According to the indictment, the boys, both in 3rd and 4th grade at the time of the arrest, were sexually abused by the couple who Nelly raped the minors in addition to performing oral sex on them. The indictment also alleges that the couple forced the boys to perform oral sex on them, and in one case, the older sibling was injured due to the... This is like a graphic article. I gotta be careful with some of these articles. The documents state that the Zulak sexual abuse of the children dates back to potentially 2009. According to the report, the boys were adopted in November 2018 when the couple went through a now shut down Christian adoption center focusing on special needs children and Watkinsville, Georgia, called All God's Children, Inc. Christian Adoption Agency. William Zulak allegedly admitted to forcing the couple's 11-year-old adopted son to perform an act of sodomy, oral copulation, with the intent to satisfy his own sexual desires, police wrote in an affidavit obtained by the town hall. All right, that's enough of this conversation. I don't want to read the rest of this. I mean, it's just sicko stuff, man. It's just sicko stuff. I have no knowledge on any of the guidelines to foster care. I don't know what the procedures are, what's the criteria, what's the qualifications, what's the requirements, what's the restrictions. I don't know none of that. So I don't. Is it okay? And this is just like a regular question. Like, this is stuff I wonder. Like, if you're a gay couple, is it okay to adopt children? Is it okay for gay couples to raise children? Is basically what I'm asking, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, does that, does that really work? Does that really work? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm very careful because I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, personally support the lifestyle. But, these days, man, to each his own, man. It's just, it is what it is in these days. But I don't support it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do whatever you want to do. Have fun, but when it comes to children, though, are we really going about this in the right way? When does your personal freedom invade the direction of children? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would always say, let's do what's best for the child. But you got transsexuals reading books to kids in daycares. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in preschools or whatever grade they in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you trying not to. The system has made it to where, okay, you have to accept this because this is who they believe they are. This is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. But then you got to sit back and watch them influence children when they shouldn't. And like, let children be children. Children aren't worrying about any type of sexual anything. They just want to run around. Boys play with boys. Girls play with girls. Boys play with girls. Girls play with boys. You know what I'm saying? They having fun. They're socially interacting. This is developing their the conceptual integration. The interactions that they're having with kids, with parents. These are the things that's shaping them into the human beings that they're gonna be. And then now you have an influence that is kind of, it doesn't line up with natural things. It's a little off. Not, and I'm not saying off like, it's just not natural. It's not natural. I'm not even about to sit here and cap. It's just not natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not natural. You know what I'm saying? And kids and children pick up on that. But if you constantly expose them to it, then it becomes normal. It starts to become normal. And is that something that we really want it to be like a normal thing? You know what I'm saying? Is it more common now? Yes. But just because it's more common doesn't mean that it's normal. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely a sad story. Taking advantage of the foster care I don't think the foster care system, I think, is a good system. The theory of it or the concept of it, but you just got a lot of weirdos out here, so you just got to be careful with it. You know, we all seen the movies and the stuff that go on in those foster facilities. You got a couple right here who's, it's basically like the story we just had with Madonna. It's the same thing. She's going through orphanages, getting these kids, and everything's allegedly. We don't know if it's true. I don't know, so I have to say allegedly. But using the system to basically fill your little crazy desires and stuff is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Alright, y'all. We got some more videos. So what's going on with this Young Thug thing? Do y'all even care? He's trying to get high during trial. Like, you go past the pill right there during the trial. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. Like, he must know he going to jail, cause that's the only way I could see him trying to do that. So I think I got the video. I know I got the video. I just got to find exactly which one it is. So Young Thug has one of his guys try to slip him a Percocet during trial, a videotape trial. Can't make this shit up. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, let's see if I can find the right one. Nah, that's not it. Slow up, y'all. Yeah, we also got Joe Biden in black church looking looking puzzled. Oh, man. Matter of fact, let's skip the Young Thug thing. Let's go to the Joe Biden video. This shit is hilarious. Alright, slow up, y'all. Slow up. Alright, here we go. This nigga look all the way lost. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. Like, he don't know what to do. Joe Biden ain't never been around so many niggas in his life. Oh my God. Like, that was an attempt to clap right there. Alright, that's enough of that. Old creepy Joe boy. Another one of those alleged allegedly with the kids. Now what you gotta ask yourself, he's in that black church, making his rounds, I guess, for the next election. And I'm just thinking about all those people in that church. Do any of them have children who was locked up due to the crime bill? The Joe Biden crime bill. That's what I was thinking about. I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for Biden. I wouldn't vote for Biden. If I was a voter, I wouldn't vote for Biden. I ain't y'all. Now I'm just freestyling now on some of these videos. Because I picked out a lot of them. Let me see what we got. Alright, this is the Young Thug one right here. I picked right. So Young Thug trying to get high in court had one of his guys try to slip him a Percocet. Oh man. I don't know what he was thinking, but that shit ain't work out. Alright, here we go. So the guy gets out the seat, walks around. The police is right there. Are they serious? Like what? And it's like, you know, just based off what I've been seeing online, like this is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it really was a Percocet. They confiscated it. Like it's for real. Like he really just tried to do that in front of the, like. I wonder who's the guy that did that. There you have it, y'all. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, that's some of the stupidest shit ever. That's some of the craziest shit ever. Young Thug must know he ain't never getting out, man. He just want to get high one last time. Shit. Oh shit! Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find Young Thug. I just want to see if I can find an actual story on it. Let me see what it say. I don't know what the hell Young Thug was thinking. Alright, this is CNN. Let me just read a little bit of it. I ain't gonna read too much of it, y'all. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm just wondering who the dude was who actually tried to do that. Like, why would you even? You just made yourself hot doing that. Alright, let's see. Grammy-winning rapper Young Thug and a racketeering co-defendant conducted a hand-to-hand drug transaction during a court hearing, prosecutors said in a motion filed in Atlanta. Fulton County prosecutors say the alleged exchange was captured on courtroom surveillance video Wednesday. I mean, like, right in front of the camera. Like, in front of everybody in front of the camera. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, and Khalif Adams are charged with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act and participation in criminal street drug gang activity, among other charges. And let's get to the court drug thing. An image from the courtroom video, Fulton County Superior Court. According to the motion seeking clarification of the record, Adams stood up from his chair and walked unattended to Young Thug and gave him Percocet. I don't see how they could say he was unattended, because as he was walking over there, it was like two other police officers they weren't like close to him, but they were close enough. The motion said Young Thug tried to conceal his hand under the table. Sheriff deputies took the painkiller and searched Adams, who resisted. He was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital after he appeared to ingest other items of contraband that he held on his person. In an effort to conceal the extent of his crimes within the courtroom. During the search of Adams, the deputies found Percocet, marijuana, tobacco, and other contraband wrapped in plastic and food seasonings to mask the odor of the marijuana. And the motion said, "You know what? I had a friend that was locked up in Cook County Jail before." Yeah, I'm done with that story, y'all. Like, it's just too stupid to even finish reading it. Like, I'm not even about to finish reading how stupid it is. I had a friend who was locked up in Cook County Jail. He was locked up for a robbery. He ended up beating a robbery, but they made him sit. They didn't have enough evidence to convict him of the robbery. But what they did was they just let him sit there. They let him sit there. You know, basically the prosecutors know that they don't got enough evidence. They're trying to get enough evidence, but you know, they'll just let you sit there. Like, they'll just keep continuing your case. They continued his case, I think, for a good 2 years. So even though armed robbery, you know, from my knowledge, carries at least 6 years minimum. Armed robbery, you're going to get 5 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? At least back in these days. Who knows? It might be more now. But back in these days, you know, we're talking 2000 and... When did that robbery case happen? We're talking maybe... I can't even remember. It was a little while ago. It was a while ago. I would say at least... I would say probably at least 2014, 15 maybe. He did the robbery. Like, he did it. You know what I'm saying? He did the robbery. He got away with it initially. Then they end up finding out who he was. Came and got him. Come to find out, someone who had set up the robbery snitched on him. You know what I'm saying? So the dude who orchestrated the robbery got arrested for something, snitched on him about this particular thing so he could save himself in a whole nother situation. So they ended up coming to get him. He sat in the county for a couple of years while they was trying to build a case against him. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because, you know, you could get stuff in the jail. You could get stuff in the jail. You know, you could get stuff in there. Like, he used to tell us the stories about, you know, certain people. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, he'll call them up like boom, 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 and then they'll have what the dude had with Young Thug. They have all the stuff wrapped up in plastic, and then they'll sit somewhere with between the coming in the building and the visitation, like between that little area. You know, whether there's a bathroom or a resting area, a lobby area, and people that were inside the jail, I don't know how they did it, but they would be able, if you left something like in the bathroom somewhere, people that was in the jail would be able to get it and get it to them. You know what I'm saying? He used to tell me about those stories. But these guys right here, Young Thug, you know, he just decided that that's probably what he was going to do. I'm wondering, did he even pass him a Percocet? Maybe he just shook his hand or something, because I can't see nobody being that stupid to try to pass a pill in front of everybody in court. I can't believe that. I think maybe it was just like a handshake, and then the dude had the stuff on him. I don't know though. I don't know. The video isn't real you know, real clear on that. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do one more. What time is it? Maybe not. It's 10:10. No, I've been on here for 2 hours. No, I ain't been on here for no 2 hours. I've been on here for 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm going, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Ears to the Street Media with Fact and Entertainment Meet. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to support our efforts with a donation. The Ears to the Street on Cash App. Will be. I think what I'm gonna do is I want to get more organized with this. I feel like I'm a little too over the place, so I'm gonna I think I'm gonna narrow these news reports to maybe like 2 days a week, maybe just like 2 days a week, and that way I have like a whole week to have organized stories, everything where it needs to be. So be patient with me, y'all. This is my first go at like going live a lot. So I'm still working out the kinks with all that, but I appreciate everyone rocking with me. Ears to the Street. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure I hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all platforms at Ears to the Street, and we'll be back at you very, very soon. And we out. Peace.